Hi, and welcome to Feature Friday. Today, going to be talking about how this year, 2026, is a big deal, obviously for America, the 250th anniversary, but for us, it's also kind of a big deal too, that it's our 65th year in operation. So Henderson's lineup was started in 1961 by my grandpa, Floyd Henderson. He was a fighter bomber pilot in World War II and moved his family up to Grants Pass in 1961 from Fort Bragg, California. Took over a little shop on the north end of town called The Lineup. And that's really where we got our start. So at the time, it was really focused more on automotive. There was a lot of work done with on-the-car balancing because, as my dad loves to tell this story, the interstate, I-5, just was put in, and it actually had a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit at the time. And the car manufacturers were not balancing the brake drums, so you tended to get a lot of vibration, and that's where the work my grandpa did with balancing really gave people a much smoother ride. So we've really grown from that point, focused on the brake and front end components, and expanded quite a bit since then, but still that ride quality, ride comfort, control, smooth ride, all of those are still factors that we're very concerned about today. So my dad took over the company from my grandpa in the 1980s, and when he first got his start, a lot of the focus was on logging trucks and that kind of thing. But in the 1980s, that's when he started kind of dabbling in the motorhome space. So he'd had some experience with making cars handle better with some stock car racing. And after driving some motorhomes, he found, man, these things really need a lot of help. So that was really the start of our focus on RVers, motorhomes, and that's really where our focus has grown. So, and that's also how our SuperSteer product line was born. The P30, P32 chassis was one of the most common, if not the most common, Class A gas chassis for motorhomes in the 1980s and up into the 1990s. Really, it started production in '68 and ran all the way until about '05. You can check out a video that my dad and I did about the P30, P32 chassis. But anyway, that's really where we got our start with SuperSteer. So one of the critical components of the steering in the P30, P32 chassis is the bell crank. And so this is what we call the bell crank. The bell crank arm attaches to it. So this is a pivot point for the steering. And the factory component just had a lot of play. We wanted to get rid of this bushing design, go to a double taper roller bearing design to get rid of the play and really improve your steering feel. That was how SuperSteer was born back in 1990. And since then, SuperSteer has grown to be not just our product line, not just steering components either, but it's also our outside parts sales division. So under the leadership of my uncle, John Henderson, who is still leading SuperSteer today. A lot of times if you call, you have a question, he will answer the phone. He loves to answer the phone and is just a wealth of knowledge. So my Uncle John and my dad, Robert, I'm very grateful, all of their years of experience, both of them, and really thankful to still have John carrying on running SuperSteer today. So as you can see, we're not just a parts sales company. We still have a shop here where we work on quite a few motorhomes every day, as well as trailers, fifth wheels, passenger cars. And we really see those two halves of the business as working in synergy with each other. So our part sales division, SuperSteer, lets us reach customers across the country, lets us work with shops all across the country to help serve people who can't make it to Grants Pass, Oregon, while our repair facility here lets us actually test out and develop new solutions. And that's what we're really seeking to do. We're always looking to further improve. You know, we've got R&D projects going constantly. We're not content just to sit still. So we're very thankful for you all trusting us over the years and allowing us to grow. I'm thankful for the legacy to build upon, my grandpa, my dad, my uncle, and just really proud to see how, even though trends have changed in the RV industry, you know, we're not seeing a lot of P30s or P32s anymore. We're still able to remain dedicated in the same way to improving upon what's there and providing safer and happier driving to everyone across the country. So just from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to you all, to our customers, to the dealers that buy through our SuperSteer parts division. Really means the world of us to have your support. So till next time, I want to wish you all safer and happier driving. Thank you.